Hey guys, so I wanted to make another overview video. I did one on Benefit Cosmetics. I probably should do one on MAC. I don't know why I haven't. But this one is going to be all about the brand NARS. I don't have every single product that NARS makes, but I do have the majority of them. I'm also going to share with you my NARS collection and kind of show you, in my opinion, the hits and misses that this brand makes. And some of my favorite products. One thing to start out with, this is what all of NARS packaging looks like. It's just like a sleek black with the word NARS written on it. As much as I loved their packaging when you first get it and it's brand new, you can see how dirty it gets over time. This is an eyeshadow. Like, it just gets nasty. Another thing I don't really care for about their packaging is because it's solid and not see-through, you always have to check the backs. Which is really annoying when it comes to their blushes, because if I just want to like grab one of my favorite NARS blushes, I have to like pick them all up and like read the back, which is kind of inconvenience, but I think NARS packaging is like a thing, like their thing, and I don't foresee that ever changing. So I will start with probably one of their most popular products, and it is their bronzer in the color Laguna. I believe they have Laguna and Casino and maybe one other bronzer, but this is the color Laguna, and you could just see it's like a very pretty bronze with some very subtle shimmers. This is what the swatch looks like. I really like this, however, it can sometimes come off a little muddy, so you have to be careful with it. I use this more in the summer because it has the shimmer. I wouldn't really use it now in the winter time because I don't want like a glitter ball on my face, but it's really pretty. It's pretty subtle, but you do need a light hand with this because it can come off pretty muddy looking. Okay, next up are their blushes, and I have to say, out of the entire makeup industry, all the brands, MAC included, I have to say that NARS blushes are by far my favorite. I just think that the quality is really good. The staying power of them is amazing. They have such a unique wide range of colors, and I just love them. Again, the compact just opens like this. You have a mirror on top, and this is what it looks like. This is in the color Douceur, which was one of their fall colors. It's like a dusty pink. But I'll show you my other blushes that I have. This is Sin. This is probably one of the first, I think it was the first NARS blush that I ever purchased. This is a really great color for like fall and winter. Exhibit A, which is crazy, but all the more reason I love it. Anybody can pull this off. You just need a very, very light hand with it. This is Madly, another one of my favorites, just like a really good neutral bronzy color. Probably my favorite NARS blush, which is Taj Mahal, and this is again one of those colors that you just need to have a very light hand because it could come off looking quite scary, but you just blend it out really well and have a light hand and a good brush to apply it. It's really pretty. And Matahari, which is a gorgeous like matte pink. Really pretty. And then they have some cream blushes, and again, I love their cream blushes because they're almost like a cream to powder consistency. Once you set them on your cheeks, they don't move, and they kind of look like a powder on. The only one that I have is in the color Cactus Flower, and you can see it's like a really pretty watermelon, raspberry, almost red with some gold flecks, and the consistency is just really nice and soft. And again, it doesn't even really look like a cream or gel blush, and again, when you blend it out, it just looks like a powder almost. Really pretty. I have always wanted to try Penny Lane, which is like their really pretty light pink color, but I've tried it on me in Sephora a couple times and it didn't show up on my skin tone, so I'm wondering if maybe now that I'm a bit more fair, it might work. But and then they have another one, which is like a peachy color, Enchanted, I think it's called, which I have on my list to get for next summer. But again, like I said, NARS blushes I think are the best blushes out there. I think that they knock MAC out of the water. Probably their most famous blush and one of their other famous products is called Orgasm, which I don't own. It's like a peachy pink with some gold flecks, and Deep Throat, which is like a light baby pink color, which I need to get. I don't know why I don't have that yet. But Those are their blushes. Next I'll move on to their eyeshadows. Again, their eyeshadows are probably some of the best ones out there. Just the smoothness, silkiness of them. The pigmentation's really great. Again, wide range, unique colors. This is one of my favorite ones by NARS, and it's Heart of Glass. And it's almost like a baby blue, but when you put it on your lid, it's just like very brightening. It doesn't really look blue on the lid. It just looks more like almost like a white. It's just a really unique color, and you can even see how much of it I've used. I've had this for a long time. Probably my most favorite color from NARS eyeshadow is Ashes to Ashes. And this is just like a very pretty taupey purple. It's almost like a taupier purple version of Sable from MAC. I think it's gorgeous on its own, but it looks even better with a base underneath. It's this color right here. I wear this on the lid by itself a lot, but it also goes really nice in the crease too. Another color I have is called Ondine. This is one of those colors that's in a lot of their palettes. This almost looks to me like a really dark purple with gold flecks. You can definitely see them. It almost reminds me of like a darker version of Sin Blush from NARS. And then Galapagos, which is a brown with crazy gold flecks. And the cool thing about NARS shadows is don't let the flecks intimidate you, because I did in the beginning until I really started to work with them. Like, this is the swatch, and you could see like the swatch doesn't look anything near what the pan looks like. And then even more so when you blend it out, the flecks kind of go away. So I really love this like as a crease color with like a gold on your lids. Would be really pretty. NARS also makes duos, 2 colors in a little palette. I used to have a couple of them, but I sold them in recent blog sales because for me, like, it's the same with palettes too. I find that how do I explain it? If I have a duo, I tend to not use them unless I only use those colors together. Like, I kind of forget that I have them sometimes, and I don't bring them out with other colors to use. Does that make sense? Like, and unless the 2 colors go together, to me it kind of seems a waste. And a lot of times with the NARS duos, the 2 colors don't go together. And so to me it just makes more sense to buy the singles, because I know I'll pull the singles out to use with other colors. Whereas with the duos, like, I bought them and they would just like stay in my drawer and I would forget about them. And the only time I would use them would be if I like were to use them together in a look, and I just didn't like it. But the shadows are the same quality. They're really great. NARS also makes some cream shadow bases. My favorite, and probably one of their most popular, is Corfu. It really looks like nothing in the pan, but underneath shadows, it does amazing things. It's just like a very neutral, kind of like tan brown. And again, these almost feel a little bit like cream to powder. Like, they're not sticky. They don't feel really like gel. Just really, really like this one. Okay, next are NARS lipsticks. I only have one, and this is in the color Cruising. And the reason I only have one is because this is where I would prefer MAC. I really prefer MAC lipsticks over NARS. I just don't think that they're anything unique amongst the rest of them, and MAC has a better color range. This is in the color Cruising, and it's kind of just like one of those Your Lips but better color. It's right here. They almost have like a eucalyptus smell. I really like it, but I know this would probably bother a lot of people. But they smell kind of funky. But they go on really smooth. I wouldn't say the lasting power is anything abnormal compared to the other lipstick brands, but overall I think they're good products, but I don't think it's like a must-have NARS product. And then there is their lip glosses, which I run hot and cold with these because I love some of the colors that they have, but here's the things I don't really like. I have 5 colors. One of them's not here. I have Striptease, which is just a good nude, which is actually the color I have on my lips now. This is Easy Lover, which I think came out last summer. This is Turkish Delight, which is probably my favorite from NARS. It's just like a pink, like a creamy pink, like opaque pink pout. And this is Orgasm. And then I have Greek Holiday, but I think that's in my purse right now. Okay, so you might have heard about these already, but after a while with these, they start to smell like plastic. and it makes me cringe putting them on my lips. Like, it just smells like, ugh, like chemical or plastic or I don't even know what. They have a doe foot applicator. Another thing that I don't care for is I feel like you really have to work to get product out on the brush. Like, just for one lip gloss application, I feel like I could go back in here like 3 times to get product. It's really weird. But you really have to like work it in there. Whereas some of the other lip glosses, I feel like they just come right out one time and you can just coat your lips with lip gloss. So I'm kind of like on the fence about these, but if you're going to pick up any lip gloss from NARS, definitely Turkish Delight, I think, would be a favorite, and I think would go with anything. It just makes your lips really milky pink, really pretty. If you're into nudes, Striptease is a really good one, but I mean, they're kind of expensive, and then by the time that you get ready to like use them after you use all your other ones, they smell, and I don't really like that too much. So their lip glosses are okay. I have a little sample of their eye primer, and I've used this a couple times. It has a doe foot applicator, and I don't think that this is, again, unique to any other eye primers out on the market. It's clear, dries smooth. It does keep your eyeshadow on long, but again, I just don't think it's like a unique NARS product. Okay, then they have their NARS multiples. They have all different colors. This is in the color Copacabana. And basically, a NARS multiple is just what it is. You can use it on multiple things. You can use it on your cheeks, on your lips, or on your eyes. Copacabana is just like a really good highlight color. I use this a lot in the summertime. And it's a cream, but again, when it dries, it feels almost like a powder. But, so I just use it like on my cheekbone, down my nose, Cupid's bow. I wouldn't really use this color as a lip color or a cheek color, but there are some colors that they make, like Orgasm, which you could use for lips and cheeks, and then they have another one that's like a bronzy color for your cheeks. But I think these are unique. You just have to pick the right color so you can get a lot of uses out of it, because these are kind of expensive. I think they're about $38, and for this I only use it for a highlight, which to me is kind of a waste. Shame on me, but if you're going to get any multiples, I think Orgasm would probably be your best bet, because you could use it on your cheeks. It has some shimmer in it, so you could make it be a highlight too, and it also could go on your lips. Okay, and then last up would probably be one of my favorite things from NARS, and it is their Yachiyo brush. And it looks like this, and it's the most unique looking brush I have ever seen. It's like, it almost looks like it's wire wrapped. Like, you don't have the typical handle and silver ferrule. It's like wire wrapped. It's very lightweight. The bristles are extremely soft. And I think the reason this is made this way is because most of NARS blushes are so pigmented, and you really only need a light hand with them. And I think this brush helps give you that like flawless blush application. It just feels so nice on your face, and it just puts the color on perfectly. Like, the brush does the work for you. You really don't need to use too much effort to apply blushes. You can hold the brush back at the tip to get a really, really light hand, or you could hold it closer on the ferrule to maybe make it a little bit darker. But it just kind of applies your blush perfectly, and I think that's why the design of the brush is the way it is, because it just helps to apply like a light, flawless application. But so that is their brush. It's the only brush that I own from NARS. I think it's really unique, and I think this brush was like $50 some, and I probably wouldn't shell out the money if I could find something comparable, but I can't. And I absolutely love this brush specifically for colors from NARS like Taj Mahal or Exhibit A, where you just need like a super, super light hand. So that is my overview and collection. If I had to recommend you guys anything, I would definitely check out their blushes for sure. Some of the blushes you can get at Sephora. Some of them are exclusive to NARS's website. So either or. I would definitely encourage you to pick up NARS Corfu, which is their cream shadow, and use this as a base. It goes underneath anything, really. And Ashes to Ashes, which is my favorite eyeshadow in the whole, well, okay, maybe not in the whole world, but it's my favorite NARS eyeshadow. It looks good with purples, browns, or grays, and it's just a good neutral shadow. So Corfu, Ashes to Ashes, maybe if you want to treat yourself, pick this up. If you get one of the crazy NARS blushes, definitely try these both, because I think you'll really like the outcome. Other than that, I don't think that their bronzer is anything unique or anything to write home about. They're multiple. Again, Copacabana is pretty, but I think you can find a highlighter the same anywhere else. And if you can get past their plasticky smells, maybe go for a lip gloss. Their lipsticks, again, I don't think are anything out of the ordinary. So I hope that this video helped you guys, and if you were in the market for some NARS, I hope it helped narrow down your search or narrow down your little to-get list. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!